Welcome, English lovers. And if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button to keep the conversation going, because your thoughts, comments, and feedback are really essential to the ongoing process of my channel. But why am I so thrilled about today's topic? It's all about the present perfect. But the main question is, why has the present perfect always been so inspiring all along my learning journey? To tell you the truth, since I started to use this grammar structure, I've never imagined the world of opportunities behind the present perfect itself. In fact, I love to analyze the present perfect to connect with English speakers in engaging conversations. But let's say that you're not so familiar with this grammar structure. Let me provide additional details. When we use the present perfect, we talk about something that has happened in the past and it still continues to be relevant to the present. You can also use it in a variety of contexts, sharing your personal information or sharing something that is totally new to your life. And you find this grammar structure in a variety of situations if you open a newspaper online. But I don't want to overwhelm you too much. And on the other hand, we can talk about unfinished actions in an indefinite time. Let's focus on a few examples using ever, never, and always. Ever is any time between the past and the present. And it's a wonderful tool to start engaging conversations with friends of yours. Have you ever traveled abroad? Yes, I have always wanted to travel abroad. Or, no, I have never traveled abroad. Let's make the conversation even more challenging with these two sentences that are slightly different in meaning. I have traveled abroad once. I have traveled abroad. First one means I have traveled abroad only once in an indefinite time. I could do it maybe 20 years ago, 7 days ago. On the other side, I have traveled abroad. We don't know how many times I did this wonderful experience. It could be once or maybe 10 times or more, but what it counts is that I was giving you the information that you were looking for. This was just a simple and brief example about what you can do with friend of yours. Tip is try to use the present perfect on a regular basis with friend of yours, because it could be a tool very beneficial in terms of having entertaining and meaningful conversations on one side, but on the other side, being able to master a grammar structure is going to help you to deliver your message with clarity, confidence, and fluency in the long term. Having said that, probably today, nobody's available to talk to you. But don't worry, I've got you covered. You can interact with an artificial intelligence, such as ChatGPT or any alternative that you prefer. Maybe I'm not totally sure if all the explanations that I gave you before about the slightly difference in meaning between I have traveled abroad once or I have traveled abroad are correct, or if they make sense. Let's check the perspective from artificial intelligence. It's very interesting, this combination. I have traveled abroad once. In this sentence, the adverb once indicates a specific point in time, suggesting that the action of traveling abroad happened only one time. The emphasis is on the singular occurrence of the action, implying that it happened at some indefinite time in the past, but is relevant to the present moment. But let's take a look at the second one. I have traveled abroad. And this sentence simply states the fact that the speaker has had the experience of traveling abroad at least once in their lifetime. Unlike the first sentence, there is no indication of the number of times the action occurred. It could have been once, twice, or multiple times, but the exact number is unspecified. The emphasis is on the overall experience of having traveled abroad, without specifying the frequency or specific instances. As you noticed, we are on the same page with the artificial intelligence. But of course, training yourself with friends of yours is always a bit better for sure. But just in case, is an opportunity to make something entertaining and practical at the same time. Thanks for watching. But now, if you want to refresh your memory about how to use contractions, and particularly related to the verb to have, I talked about it in another video. So instead of using I have traveled, you can say I've traveled. She has traveled. She's traveled. See you in the next episode.